bullet sponge, flight oversteering, overheating, and dying too quickly. Things that really annoy shit out of me. Let's fix that. Hey guys, it's KX here and welcome to KXG. In this episode, I'll be guiding and dropping some knowledge on how to get good in Anthem. First off, let's talk about flight oversteering. There's nothing as annoying in this game than bumping yourself to a wall because you miscalculated your turn. Frustrating, right? People have been looking for the right settings for flight sensitivity. It's really not more about the settings than it is having a good feel on the reticle on your screen. Yes guys, those little circles you see on the screen that you've been ignoring, those are your controllers. That dictates how likely you are bumping in the next turn again. Okay, I want you to focus. You'll notice two sets of reticles in here. First is the small stationary circle right in the middle. That's the direction where your javelin is heading. Quite obvious, right? Now stay with me. See those moving reticles outside? Now those are the things that you want to watch out for. The farther you take that moving reticle from the center, the sharper your turn is going to be. So take note of that. So make sure that those two reticle pieces stays in close proximity for a more controlled flight. Get a good feel with this. Second, getting out of a sticky situation when your thrusters have overheated. Automatic response to this is to press shift to sprint quickly right out, and that's totally fine. But I'll show you a much faster and efficient way to get out. Now if this happens, all you have to do if you can't activate your boosters is to jump by pressing space and press Ctrl right after to perform an evade animation. Now you can do this instantaneously twice, and if timed correctly, you'll travel much farther and faster than sprinting. Third is taking advantage of evasion in gunfights. I'm pretty much sure that a good chunk of players watching this video already knows what's this for, but evading is by far one of the most undermined and underrated functions in the game, and I don't see many players using this in gun battles, especially in an open area. When confronted with a situation where you had no choice but to battle things out face to face, it's wise to avoid being shot back at simply by evading. In this example, you can see how this function is effective in evading enemies simultaneously while returning fire. This allows me to stay longer in exchanges before bailing out to look for cover. Also, a neat way to evade homing projectiles almost 100% of the time, all you have to do is time it right the moment you hear this warning sound. Fourth, let's talk about weak points. Some of the folks over in Reddit complains about enemies being virtually bullet sponges. Anthem has an overly flashy game effects, making it almost impossible to pay close attention to almost everything happening on your screen. So I kinda understand if some people didn't realize that there are subtle indication that you're hitting the right spot other than the yellow critical damage counter. In this clip, you'll see me gunning down on this enemy's general mouth area. You'll notice a bright yellow glow on the part shown here. And what that is it's where the enemy will get the most damage from, aka the weakest point. Although some shielded enemies will not show an indicator until it has completely depleted its shield. Fifth, staying on flight much longer. One of the many things I really find amusing about this game is its flight mechanics. It just has a lot of things going on with it. A good example is a trick that will keep you to stay mid-air much longer. As we all know, boosters cools down much faster if you're on or underwater. But doing this in mid-air while flying and staying close to the surface will make your flights last longer. Now it takes a little bit of effort, but you'll get used to it.